You're. I'm waiting for this shit to come the fuck on. Like, it's acting like you don't wanna. It's the signal today, but even at work, it was acting retarded. I'm like, what is going on? Whatever. It is what it is. Alright. What's up, youngin? Alright. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Testing, testing. 1, 2. So let me just let me play my decks and stuff. Get into the energy real quick. Solid. So I just did a little prayer or so here to cleanse everything, everyone, including myself. So I don't know what I'm reading for. I don't know why I'm reading. I don't know why I just love. Alright, let me just not do it. Alright, so I'm going to start reading. I'm going to do a general reading. What schedule I want to use? Cause I feel like I want to use this one. I just like the way that the readings go when I do this one first. I haven't even read the book. So for this deck, I just connected with it. Like I just know exactly what it is. Like the cards say stuff, you know, and I'm sure there's more meanings behind it that I will learn later down the road. But like my intuition is very strong, and I trust it more than I trust these, you know, decks or whatever. But all right, what is going on? The connection is unstable. What? How? How I got unstable? I'm gonna call my connection unstable. That's business. So let's see. All right, Spirit, what you got for the collectives? All right, what we got here for the collectives? Let me look that up the way. What's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Don't forget, if you guys are not subscribed already, hit that subscription bell. Logo. There's a lot of orange here. A lot of sacral energy, sensual energy, passionate energy. Someone may be an indigo child. I don't know why that came to my mind, but whoever comes across this video, I guess if you've heard it more than once in other readings or heard it more than once, period, and you don't know what that is, look it up. That shit. I love the way blue, orange go together. It's so cute. What else you got for me, Spirit, for the collective? Divine. Listen, divine feminine and divine masculine both came out in this reading already. Already. Bottom of the deck, belief. That's been coming out a lot lately. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. I discovered recently, sidebar, that one of my purposes here on earth in this lifetime is to help others connect to source. It's to teach you how to connect to source. And I feel like one of the utmost important things to consider when you are trying to connect to source is your energy field, the way you're coming to source. Um, I should make a whole nother video about it, but there's many ways that you can connect to source, and I teach people all the time. You know, um, there's forms of prayer, there's meditation, there's you can connect to the energy of source when you connect to um, you can connect to source in many ways when you're being creative with connecting to your sensual energy, when you're connecting to your divine masculine or divine feminine energy, because we all have both in us. We just channel one more than the other, if you will. So I guess today Spirit wants me to talk about your belief in something. Your belief that something is more than what you think it is. So, first card that came out was the light. The frequency of the light supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others. So, right off the bat, I'm feeling like you're an empath. And as an empath, you are very susceptible to energy and you are very, um, what's the word I'm looking for, Spirit? You're susceptible to energies, but you also give off a very powerful energy. And it's important for you to be aware of that because you can shift the room when you walk in. I feel like it's important for you to know of your energy so that you know how to be responsible with it. There we go. I was waiting for that because I get lots of messages. Like Spirit throws lots of messages at me at once. So I try to still myself so that I can catch them all because sometimes they slip my mind. And I'm like, dang, what was I about to say? And then it comes back to me sometimes. So I like when that happens. So that means it was important. So it's important to experience joy and to allow ourselves to be in a delightful energy. So when we have an uplifting energy, we share that uplifting energy with others and it shows off of us. It gleams, if you will. So if you're happy and you go into a room, you know, you have the Debbie Downers who just want to dim your light because you're too like happy, so to speak. But then you have those who accept your energy in themselves in its fullest. So when you walk into the room, instead of them feeling, with that Debbie Downerish energy, they'll take it more as, wow, that's a beautiful energy. I want to be around it. It's kind of like a fly to a lamp, or a mosquito to a lamp, kind of. They're attracted to light, so they go towards it. Those are the people you want around you anyway. The people who accept you in your fullness. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. So I was saying here, there's a lot of orange energy, a lot of orange, a lot of orange. So there's a lot of sexual energy. Um, there's a lot of what's that word? Intimacy here. Intimacy and creativity. Okay. So the second card that came out was Sacral Chakra. That is one of our. So we have, I believe there's 7 chakras. I heard that there was another one, but I'm traditional. We go by 7. There's 7 chakras, and the sacral chakra is somewhere in this energy and in this area, like in lower, the lower stomach part or lower abdomen part, I guess. It's like, I don't know. Y'all can Google it. But anyway, so the point is, um, it's important for you guys to nurture that creativity in you, to nurture that intimate energy, to nurture your, um, probably to work on intimacy for some. It's important for you to get creative. So how about you find something that makes you happy, like, and just do it. For example, if you like to write music, like, get into the motion of writing music. If you are um, a poetic type of person, write some poetry. If you're a dancer, go dance. Turn your music on and just rock out. If you're artistic, paint, draw, whatever your thing is, whatever your the creative part of you, the way you express yourself or how you express yourself, get into it. It'll bring you delight, and that delight will uplift your energy. The next card I have is Divine Masculine. I feel like Spirit always wants me to read for twin flames. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm going through a twin flame journey myself. But I mean, then again, who better to explain something like that than someone who's actually going through it? Like, because both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine came out. Like, if you're single, this is about you coming into wholeness with yourself. If you're in a relationship, this is about believing your twin flame journey and accepting both aspects of yourself and your other party. So if you are in a relationship, I'm going to give you the 2 aspects. If you're in a relationship, there's a divine feminine and a divine masculine energy. Seeing how we all, like I said before, we all have both energies in ourselves. We have our divine masculine or our divine feminine. However, we always channel one more than the other. So, who in that relationship, like, there's always one person who's more feminine and one person who's more masculine. It doesn't have to be a male and a female. It could be a same-sex relationship. One is more dominant than the other. Because it brings balance. It brings balance. So if you're in a relationship, the person who channels the divine masculine energy is awakening to the relationship, to the twin flame journey. They're realizing something intimately. They're connecting to their. I feel like they're like connecting to their divine feminine. They're either connecting to you, or they're channeling the connection of the divine feminine within themselves. It's like they're learning how to be more nurturing. They're learning how to be more caring. They're learning how to be um, a more grounded individual and learning how to channel both in themselves. They're awakening to that in them. And I also feel like, because the reason why I say that is because we have the divine masculine card and then the realization card came out next to it. So I feel like right now they're awakening to, they're being more expressive. They're showing their love. They're showing their care. They're showing that nurturing side of them that they were always afraid of or never knew how to tune into. Like, they are coming to a place where they're realizing, like, I, I need to channel this part of me more often to bring balance to this relationship. This could also be they're awakening to your relationship in general, like your journey together. They're realizing that you're the person that they are going, that they're on this journey with. All right, that was the top. I'm coming to the bottom now. The first card is Divine Feminine, pink, which is love. I've noticed the color pink. When I see the color pink, I automatically think love, passion, sensitivity, a nurturing energy. Next to it, I have prosperity. So, divine feminine may be in a period of prosperity. They may be in a period of getting creative, or channeling their delight through creativity in order to and their masculinity. I'm getting a picture of this card in my head. Hold on. That is all coming together, baby. It's all coming together. They going in my head right now. And the point is, they got to give me time to bring it out. These messages are coming flying. So, for those of you who are into tarot, who understand what tarot is and how it's read, the Emperor is, it's one, it's an Aries card. Two, it's a divine masculine card. Especially if you're in a twin flame dynamic, this is the more masculine energy in the dynamic. The Emperor usually is more egotistical than the divine feminine. They work from um, a a balance. I want to say a more balanced form of their lower energy, if that makes sense. So they, instead of, like, the divine feminine is the caring person. They're the person that comes in with that comes in with the nurturing energy, and then you have the divine masculine, who's more like a rough, hardcore person who is kind of like they're more of a go getter, an action oriented person instead of someone who thinks first. Um, it's a really driven person. So this divine masculine, this emperor energy, I feel like the divine feminine right now, because I didn't start seeing this card until I started talking about the divine feminine. So I feel like right now the divine feminine is tuning into their divine masculine energy as well. So on the top, we have the divine masculine. I see a lot of reciprocation right here. So for those of you who are in a twin flame dynamic and are awakened to it, you guys are doing a lot of mirroring right now. The divine masculine right now is trying to bring out that nurturing energy and be more caring and soft hearted towards the divine masculine and those around him or her. And then the divine feminine is doing the opposite, where they're channeling their divine masculine energy more. And they're using it for building prosperity for their family, building prosperity for their future generations to come. Like they're planning, they're instead of the divine feminine right now is more out of the planning phase already. They're more of taking action towards those dreams. So they're actually like doing the work to get to where they need to be. They're already applying the steps in order to get to this prosperity that they've been dreaming of, that they've been thinking of, craving of. So we have synergy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. That's confirmation of what I just said for both. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting creations can give birth to a new reality. So this is about them bringing the 5D into the 3D. So everything that they've been thinking of, um, they're taking action to being there. The divine masculine is taking action to be a more nurturing energy, and the divine feminine, I'm sorry, is working towards being a more masculine energy. They're working towards being in this energy um of taking action towards their prosperity that they have been thinking of, that they have been planning planning on, sitting on, and they're moving towards that. So there's a lot of synchronicity here. Um, this is about bringing their ideas into the physical, finally. And the last card we have here is empowerment. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. Another confirmation. That is amazing. So, we are all connected. This is why I explained it the way that I did about we all have both divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us. And it's important for us to learn how to channel both and how to use both and when to use both when we need it. And I feel like right now the universe is helping us both on both sides of the spectrum, divine masculine energies and divine feminine energies, to kind of swap places. Have if you've ever seen the movie Freaky Friday, it's kind of like um that kind of dynamic where you're basically like switching sides. Like the divine masculine is stepping in divine feminine shoes, and the divine feminine is stepping in the masculine shoes. So it's a mirroring effect, which happens a lot in these twin flame dynamics, and it's also a learning aspect. We are learning how to be both and how to use both when we need to. In order for us to become whole in ourselves, it's important for us to experience both sides of us and know how and when to bring them up and bring them out, how to express ourselves, which has a lot to do with this sacral chakra with expression, how you, a lot about self expression, how you express yourself. How do you show up for yourself? How do you show up in the physical? How do you show up for yourself inside? All of it has a big part in this whole belief system, in this whole I thought I was getting another message here, and I kind of shut down for a minute. I guess I got out what I was supposed to say. Okay, so I started pulling out angel cards. I think let me show y'all what I just paid attention to. So I was pulling out the angel cards, but then my attention got drawn to the fact that I set up my deck upright. So I'm guessing spirit wanted me to see this. This is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles represents an independent energy. And an independent energy. This is about how this whole reading is about being independent, being whole in yourself as an independent individual. This is about learning how to be whole alone, because you can't have a healthy relationship with another person if you are not whole within yourself. So, in order for you to have the strongest relationship, the best relationship, the healthiest relationship, you need to learn how to become whole in yourself, and your partner needs to learn how to become whole in themselves, so that you can have the healthy version of you and the healthy version of them in one relationship, working together hand in hand. The divine masculine and the divine feminine are yin and yang for a reason. That's why the key to life is balance. I tell people this all the time. The key to life is balance. If you are not balanced, everything else gets thrown off. Everything else. So it's important for you to learn how to be balanced in yourself before you can learn to be balanced with someone else. So if you're walking around insecure or still triggering off of things and still, overreacting to certain things or feeling down about yourself or allowing others to get in your head about certain things. This is all about learning how to be whole in yourself, so those other things won't have effect on you. So when you're in a relationship, those things that trigger you won't affect the other person. You'll heal it. You'll come to a place where you'll want to heal it. When you want to have a healthy relationship, you start with your own personal healing, and then everything else follows. Because when you elevate, the other person has no choice but to elevate or remove themselves from the relationship. Or you can remove yourself if the other person chooses not to. Because it's all about choices as well. Like, you have the option to elevate and wait for the other person to catch up, or you can elevate and allow that person to stay where they're at and remove yourself from the dynamic and move forward with something else that better suits your higher energy. But you don't want to hold yourself back. You don't want to hold yourself back by staying in an unhealthy energy, by choosing not to heal, by choosing not to face your demons, by choosing not to learn or evolve. You don't want to do that to yourself, because when you choose not to heal, the longer you wait, the worse it gets. The longer you wait, the harder it gets to break a habit. And then, it may not be right now, but in a couple years from now, how do you know your triggers won't get twice as bad? And usually they do, and then you start overreacting. Some people lash out and they harm other people. When you harbor in that negative energy, or you hold on to negative energy, you choose not to heal that, you can pass that down to your kids. You can pass that down to even if you don't have children or won't have children, you can pass that on to people around you. When you come into contact with other people, you'll start taking that energy out on other people because you're afraid of something. So you'll lash out on someone, and the other person's like, I don't even know why you're lashing out on me. I didn't do anything. And then, you harm that person, and then that person grows bitter, and then they become hurt and they become angry. And it doesn't stop until someone says, I need to heal. I need to heal. I need to figure out what's wrong with me. I need to get to the nitty gritty. I need to get down to the bottom of the barrel and figure out where did it begin and why is it like that. That was for somebody, because I don't know where all that shit came from. I don't even remember half the shit I say. That's how you know I'm connected to spirit. Like, spirit really just talks to me sometimes, because I don't even know what I be talking about. Like it just be flowing. But when I go back and I watch it, I'm like, damn, I make a lot of sense. Like these readings aren't just for you. These readings are for me as well. I go through the same shit as everybody else. Like all of us have to make the choice to evolve. All of us have to shed some dead weight. All of us have to make decisions every day. You know. So me personally, I feel like everybody believes the same. All of us have to. We're all on this journey together. Believe it or not, we're all connected. We all have our own battles that we fight, and nobody's perfect on this earth. But don't allow that excuse to be your excuse forever. Don't allow that excuse to keep you stagnant. You want to always evolve. You want to always be better. You always want to charge and aim for the highest. You always want to be the best you that you can be. If not for you, for your kids. If not for you, for your future kids, or for a better life in general. To have better connections, better relationships, to be able to attract abundance to you, to attract prosperity, to attract the good, the happiness, the peace that you really deserve. Okay. The angel of openness. My heart and mind are open to the light and love of my soul. When our consciousness is open to the love and light of the soul, our life, our lives gain a new perspective. The light illuminates all that may be still obscure and doubtful in our minds. The peace of love dissolves fear and protects us. And at the same time, it radiates to everyone around us. And what was I just saying at the beginning of this reading about the light, about your energy as an empath? When you walk into a room and you're a happy person, people feel that automatically. The energy that you bring to the table determines everyone else's energy. It all starts with you. It always starts with you. The angel of truth. I am the way, the truth, and the light. John 14:6 for those of you who read the Bible. All that is real, and anchored in truth. 10 people can look at the same thing and see it from different angles. We are beings whose truth is anchored in the purest flow of divine energy. The more we allow this energy to vitalize us, the more truth our lives is manifested. The more the truth of our lives is manifested. Hmm. The way that was worded. I feel like this card is about the duality, seeing things from different perspectives, seeing things from different angles. This is about that Freaky Friday switch. The divine feminine stepping into the divine masculine shoes, and the divine masculine stepping into the divine feminine shoes. They're starting to see, I feel like both of you are starting to see things differently. You're seeing things from the opposite person's perspective, from their shoes. I feel like now you're experiencing that. That's what I was saying earlier. The angel of beauty. I see beauty in the mirror of life. All of nature is beautiful, and through its order and rhythm, we know the truth of its laws. To feel the rhythm, to notice the sacred order in our lives, is to see the beauty in a grain of sand or behind the most challenging appearance. Sorry, my phone was going off. So, this is about being able to see the beauty in life, being able to see the beauty of things. This is about seeing the this is about seeing the brighter side. This is about seeing things from a different perspective, from a brighter perspective. Seeing things instead of seeing them for being dull or annoying or aggravating. It's about taking it, it's about laying down and seeing it from a different angle and being able to understand things that we don't typically understand or we haven't understood before. So before, I know a lot of divine masculines just didn't understand divine feminine and vice versa with divine feminines to divine masculines. Right now, the universe is doing a universal switch so that we can see things from the other person's perspective, so that we can see why this person was the way that they are, or so that we can understand why they were in that energy, or the beauty of a different angle, the beauty of a different perspective, seeing things in a beautiful way. It's like bringing light to a dark perspective that you once had. The angel of forgiveness. This is the last card. I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. Forgiveness is my freedom. A powerful feeling of freedom emerges when we open our hearts to forgiveness. Forgiving ourselves is the first step to forgiving others. You see what I'm saying about healing yourself first before you can come into a healthy, whole version of yourself. Forgiving ourselves is the first step to forgiving others. We can learn to accept ourselves and others as we really are at present. The greatest power of healing is forgiving. With the soul's help, we can forgive anyone who has hurt us. Forgiveness teaches us about the great law of cause and effect and opens our minds to divine mercy. So this is, like I said, this is about seeing things from a different perspective, stepping into another person's shoes and being able to say, so this is why you were reacting this way, or this is why things happened the way that they did. And just being able to forgive what happened in the past and let it go. Being able to heal whatever hurt you may be harnessing right now. And let me go back to the single perspective for those of you who are not in twin flame dynamics. This is about finding wholeness within yourself. This is about connecting to your creativity and being able to channel both your divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Being able to learn how to be whole within yourself. If you're alone right now, you may be in a period of time where you need to heal certain things, kind of sit with yourself and figure out why aren't you in a relationship, or why certain things keep getting attracted to you. Um, why can't you have the things that you want right now, or how can you get the things that you want right now? And I feel like right now you need to have a lot of self belief. Right now you need to get figure out what triggers you and start there. Start figuring out why they trigger you. Why do I overreact when I do this? Why does this make me feel a type of way? Why do I always run, or why do I always hide, or why do I always um, lash out when I do certain things? And I feel like right now, if you're by yourself, you're on a alone journey so that you can sit down and take the time out to focus on these things. Right now, it's about having self realization, about becoming whole, about being able to sit with yourself and kind of like filter yourself. This is about you going on this lone journey. So while you're doing this self healing, this self realization, this is also about gaining the empowerment that you need so that you can move towards prosperity, whatever prosperity means to you. I feel like there's a lot of generational wealth here, a lot of people thinking about it, wanting to bring it into the 3D or working towards it right now. If you're working towards it right now, keep going. You need to have a lot of self empowerment, self realization, and the best way to do that is to um, know your weaknesses as well as you know your strengths. Have self belief for those of you who are on a solo journey. For those of you who are in twin flame dynamics, okay, have self belief. And I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that was kind of long as shit. I did not know it's gonna be that long, but thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this because I know there's a lot of information in this, and I really hope I was able to help you guys in one form or another or explain something. If there's something I could have explained better, or if there's something that, um, anything you have questions about, feel free to message me. My Instagram, I respond to that. I also respond to comments. You can drop a comment below. You can message me on Instagram at savageguru.com. I'm sorry, at savageguru. If you need, okay, thank you. If you want to book a private reading, make sure that you visit my website at www.savageguru.com. Savage is spelled with a Z at the front, not an S. Okay. Um, Everything else is spelled the same. And um, if you want to send me a donation, you can cash at me at the $ ZAVAGE Z. So Savage Z, but Savage again is spelled with a Z and not a S. Um, Thank you so much. I feel like there's something else that I'm missing, but I'm always feeling like there's always something that I'm missing, but I can never remember what it is. And then later I'm like, damn it, I should have said this. Damn it, that's what it was. Like, always happens. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if it resonated with you. Please drop a comment. I would like to know how I'm helping you guys. If I am helping you guys. If you came across this video at any point in your life, please let me know how it resonated with you. And if you are interacting with this video and you watched it, um, feel free to comment affirmations in the comment section below. I love affirmations as well. I feel like I need to be better with affirmations myself. But we had a couple here. That's why I got these angel cards, because I'm not great with affirmations, but I do enjoy them and they are very powerful. Your words are very powerful. I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. Forgiveness is my freedom. I see beauty in the mirror of life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. My heart and mind are open to the light and love of my soul. If you resonated with anything, any one of these affirmations, feel free to comment them down in the comment section below as well. All right. So I will definitely save this, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night. I hope I was able to bring you some light. Thanks. Bye.